Good morning, I'm meteorologist Caitlyn Lorr. Merry Christmas Eve. Those of you that are going to be hitting the roads to travel, the good news is we are looking at pretty good travel conditions this year for Christmas. The only thing you're going to have to worry about is really in the morning hours or the late night hours. So those of you that are going to start hitting the road anytime now, be prepared for some areas of fog as well as some slick spots out there. As you can see, it is very still. It is a very quiet morning, which is what we like to see when we know we've got a lot of people in the area that are going to be traveling, whether it's into the area or out of the area to go see friends and family for this time of year. Now, like I said, there are a couple things that you should be prepared for as you head out the door, and one of those things are slick spots. We've had temperatures on the warmer side in the afternoon hours, but then overnight into these morning hours, they dip below freezing, which is under 32 degrees. Right now, we're seeing some 20s out there, so that suggests refreezing. Any of this snow that slowly melts and leads to those damp conditions across the area, whether it be roadways, sidewalks, or maybe even your driveway, stairways, things like that, could end up refreezing through the overnight hours into a thin layer of ice. So some things you need to do if you've got people coming to your house is get out there and de-ice. Use some things like salt or some sand or whatever it is that you feel safest for putting that out there to kind of get rid of some of those icy conditions. It's not going to be caked in ice or anything like that, but we've already been seeing reports of slick spots out there, maybe not just on the roadways, but like I said, sidewalks and things like that. Another thing you need to be prepared for, not only today, but the next few mornings because of these warmer conditions moving in, this warm air moving in over this cold ground with snow, is leading to the development of fog. Now, it's not horrendous out there. We've definitely seen worse visibility. However, you can see we are seeing drastically reduced visibility the more north you head. So those of you that may be heading north into central or maybe even northern Minnesota, be prepared as you make your way up there this morning. You're going to get into some thicker fog with visibility dropping down to under a mile, where most of here in southern Minnesota and even northern Iowa, we're ranging on average from 3 to 6 miles of visibility. Yes, we've got 2 miles in Windham and 1.5 miles in Worthington, just over 3 miles of visibility in St. Peter. So it depends on where you are, but a majority of the area is sitting between 3 and 6 miles of visibility. And again, that's because we've got this warm air moving in over this cold ground with the snow, and that's why we're seeing some fog out there. Another couple things you may see this morning as you make your way out and about, whether it's just from one town to another or you're going across the state or to another state, is a little bit of some mixed precipitation. It's not going to show up here on satellite radar imagery because it is so low to the ground with these clouds that it's not getting picked up by radar. It is also so minor that it's not going to lead to hazardous conditions out there, but you may notice some sprinkles or maybe a stray snowflake here or there falling from the sky and hitting your windshield as you make your way out and about. Here's a look at those temperatures. Like I said, we've got some 20s out there. We're seeing as low as 21 degrees in Olivia and Marshall. We're sitting at 26 though here in Mankato, Blue Earth, as well as in Estherville, with the warmest coming in at 30 degrees in Forest City and Mason City. Winds are anywhere from calm conditions up to about 10 miles an hour, and this is kind of what we're expecting wind-wise through the day today. Now, do we have to worry about a wind chill? Yes and no. Some areas like here in Mankato, Waseca, St. Peter, Redwood Falls, Marshall, Worthington, and Algona going to be dealing with a wind chill because of those winds being greater than 5 miles an hour. Is everybody dealing with a wind chill? As you can see, no. So it's just going to be dependent on where you are. If those wind speeds are more than 5 miles an hour, you're going to have a minor wind chill. But as you can see, it's not that big of a difference. Temperatures by this afternoon, high of 32 degrees with winds staying light, anywhere from calm conditions up to about 10 miles an hour across the areas. So you don't even have to worry about strong winds creating impacts for those of you that are going to be traveling today. However, because we are expecting winds to reach up to 10 miles an hour, we could deal with a wind chill from time to time. We are looking at a high in the low 30s, but wind chill values may end up topping out in the mid 20s. Is it a big difference? No, but it is a little bit of an extra chill in the air. So if you don't want to wear your jacket in the car, or your kids don't want to wear their jacket in the car, that's fine. Just make sure you put it in the car because it is going to feel a little bit colder out there. Now tonight, Santa makes his rounds. He's already started for areas that are way ahead of us, like Russia and New Zealand and Australia. I believe some of Japan has already gotten visits from Santa. So here in Mankato, we're looking at cloudy skies tonight with a low of 26 degrees by tomorrow morning. So the good news is for Santa is he doesn't have to worry about hazardous conditions as he's flying from house to house. The bad news is Your roofs might be a little slippery. If you don't have a big enough roof for Santa to land on, your yard might be a little slippery. So make sure you are taking care of Santa by giving him some warm cookies and some milk, and maybe giving his reindeer some food too. And that'll keep them happy and cozy while they make their rounds across not only the country, but Minnesota and the world tonight. Tomorrow, I know we got more festivities tomorrow. Here's a look at your Christmas Day forecast. We're looking at a very similar day tomorrow like what we're dealing with today. We've got areas of fog in the forecast, some dampness because we are dealing with temperatures in the low to mid 30s tomorrow. So that is going to lead to a little bit of some melting with refreezing once again through the overnight hours. As we take a look at your extended forecast, we are going to see those temperatures start warming up as we go into the next few days through the overnight hours. So really that refreezing chance will be tonight and possibly tomorrow night with that low of 31. From tomorrow night forward, we're going to see temperatures, both highs and lows, above freezing with highs anywhere in the low 40s this weekend, those lows dropping into the mid 30s. So not too much to worry about there other than a chance of showers on Friday and Saturday. The worry will come back next week as we track a cold front moving through the area. That's going to bring in a chance of a rain to snow mix on Monday with a chance of snow on Tuesday for New Year's Eve. Temperatures, our highs will drop into the 20s through next week as our lows drop into the teens through next week, which means not only are we looking at colder conditions, but that chance of refreezing, which means the rain that we get this weekend could end up turning into areas of ice through next week. That's everything I have for you guys today. I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas, and those of you that celebrate Hanukkah, a wonderful start to Hanukkah. As always, tune in to Cato Living and KEYC News Now tonight in the evenings for a look at your local news, weather, and sports. Have a magnificent Christmas and happy holidays, everybody.